Luther's right here in Montoursville is the perfect place for your special event. You'll be delighted by its gorgeous rustic elegance, friendly staff, and delicious food made right here on the premises. I'm happy to introduce you to George Logue. He is the owner and chef here at Herman and Luther's. Outstanding place, chef. Outstanding.
Thank you very much.
It's magnificent. And before we begin, I kind of just want to let folks know that you prepare everything here on site fresh, right down to the bread.
Yes.
But today, you're going to make something just for us, right?
Yes.
All right, what are we preparing?
All right, we're going to do a brown sugar and chili rub salmon,
Ooh, nice.
some grilled vegetables, and fried red potatoes.
Excellent. All right, well, let's get started.
I'll start with the rub. This is our brown sugar and chili rub. It has a little bit of spice to it, but we have brown sugar, some mustard powder, chili powder, chipotle powder, kosher salt, garlic powder, paprika, cumin, and white pepper.
Jeff, you even make your own rubs.
Yes, yep. So it's a simple rub, nothing much to it except for to mix it up. And I especially want to break up the clumps of brown sugar that are in there so it's all evenly dispersed. All right, so that's ready to go. So next I have a piece of North Atlantic salmon.
Beautiful.
The way I'm cooking it over charcoal, I want to put a piece of foil down, and that's mainly just to be able to move it back and forth, because once it starts cooking, it's going to flake apart if you try to get it off.
Great
but this
tip.
way, I can pick it up.
Great tip.
And even after it's cooked, so just rub it on there.
I kind of wanted you to explain to some of our viewers, you have so much experience with barbecuing and cooking. I mean, you've done shows and you've won in certain circles for your barbecue, so you have a lot of accolades, and I'd be happy if you share that with us.
Yeah, so for about 10 years, I've been on a barbecue team that's based out of Ocean Springs, Mississippi. It's right on the Gulf Coast. And we go to Memphis in May every year. It's the World Barbecue Championship. We won the World Grand Championship 2 times. And we've placed first in whole hog 3 times.
Wow, that's impressive. So, Chef, what type of heat are we having there? Are we talking hot?
Yeah,
medium?
this is like medium-high heat.
Okay.
It's Kingsford charcoal. It burns nice and hot and long, and this is meant to be like a chicken flipper.
Oh,
so
I see.
we can put chicken halves in there and flip them easily.
Nice.
But this makes it easy because fish is delicate once you start cooking it on the grill.
That's for sure.
So we don't have to mess with this. We just have to flip it over.
Perfect.
So, but what I want to do is when I flip it, we want to make sure we keep an eye on it because there's a lot of sugar on here that's going to caramelize and burn quickly, so we want to make sure that we maintain everything. So
gotcha.
Flip that over, and then we'll just let that go and keep an eye on that.
All right, sounds good. All right, what's our next step, Chef?
All right, we're going to start with our vegetable side dish. As the salmon's cooking, I've already prepped some of the zucchini and squash and vegetables. I like to cut them in planks because they're easier to work with on the grill.
Oh,
and then afterwards, we can cut them up into the manageable sizes. So I just use, it's a blend of olive oil and canola oil. Put a little bit of chopped garlic on there, and then salt and pepper. I put the onions on first. They take a little bit longer. I cut the zucchini and squash a little bit thicker to match that time. Next is our starch side dish. It's crispy fried red potatoes, and we toss them with rosemary and garlic. What I like to do is I cook them all the way through, boil them, and then I smash them down. And that way, when you fry them, it won't take as long to fry and get crispy, and they won't get dark on you. So my oil's at 325. Well, it's a little hotter right now, but if you use like a stovetop fryer and that doesn't maintain its own temperature, then you want to go a little bit above 325. Okay. Because the cold potatoes will cool the oil down. After you boil these and smash them, you want to cool them down. You don't want to throw a wet potato into the hot oil.
Oh, into the fryer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it takes about anywhere from like 10 to 15 minutes to fry. The vegetables look like they're getting done. I'm just going to move these green beans around a little bit to get some color on the other side, but in the meantime, we'll take off the squash. So I'm just going to do like a rough chop on them. So potatoes are draining. Put them in a bowl to toss with some fresh rosemary sprigs, some chopped garlic, and salt.
Perfect.
All right, the salmon's done. I like to cook it to about 140, 145 degrees, and it's nice and firm. And there you have it. Brown sugar and chili rubbed salmon over the barbecue with grilled vegetables and crispy red potatoes.
Wow, that is amazing. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Chef, this is magnificent.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us today.
Absolutely.
I want everybody to know a little bit about Herman and Luther's because, you know, this is your venue and there's like a little bit of a history to it.
Yeah, so we bought the property in 2014 and we spent that year fixing it up. So we've been operating as the wedding venue for about 5 years now. The barn was built in the 1700s, and so there's a lot of history behind it. We named it Herman Luther's. My dad's nickname is Herman, and Luther was the previous owner who restored the barn in the 1970s to keep it from totally collapsing, I guess.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I know that we're going to talk a little bit about some entertaining tips,
Yes,
right?
yep. Becky will talk to you about the setup for weddings and how we execute them.
Great, we have some fun tips. All right, thanks, Chef.
Thank you.
This is Becky Yeagle, and she's the general manager here at Herman Luther's. You have quite the beautiful place here.
Thank you, Jackie. We think so. We're primarily a wedding venue. We've been open for 5 years doing weddings. We also do different sorts of functions, fundraisers, birthday parties. We rent out our carriage house for the day for business meetings, that sort of thing. Our deli is open 1 day a week right now because of all the weddings that we're having, but mostly we do weddings, so we're very busy with that.
It's just a lovely, lovely place, beautiful atmosphere, and you do such a great job. And we kind of want to show everybody some of the different looks that they can have at this beautiful facility, and it kind of inspires people to see what they might want to do, right?
Right, let's do that.
Sounds good.
We have, of course, weddings all year round, winter, spring, summer, fall. So this we decided to do spring with the nice spring flowers, a variety of bright colors. We didn't do any table names or anything. We just put a nice little flower here, nice and clean white linens, and we put our chair cushions on here. So this is just an example of a nice, clean, simple setting for spring.
Love it.
So we did the winter scape here. We have the berries and some different off-colored roses, and we went with the antique china on this. So the antique china and the chargers, that's something that we offer here in the different colored glassware. So you can get that right through Herman Luther's. It's a different upgraded package that we offer, but you don't have to go anywhere else to get that. We offer it right here. It's very elegant, very classy, and it really gives your wedding a different look. It gives it a really classy look and gives it some nice color.
I agree. I love this one.
Me
Tell
too.
me about this one.
We just did our rose gold chargers on this, and we had some beautiful menus printed out here. So the color here is the dark blues, mix of the gold and rose gold here. So this is just a really kind of that bohemian maybe a little bit, but it's really beautiful colors mixed together, and you could do this any time of year.
Now, Becky, tell me about this. I think this is so elegant.
The runner down the middle?
Yes.
This is actually Cindy B's florist. She's one of our preferred vendors. But yeah, this runner is beautiful, especially with this color underneath. It really makes it pop. That's gorgeous. A little bit different
and
too.
I'd like to tell everyone, this is all live greenery.
It is,
I mean,
yes.
it's spectacular.
Yep, beautiful.
Becky, that was so much fun, and I'm sure people want to know all about Herman Luther's because you really do offer a lot.
We do. So we have the entire facility where you can just be all day long. We have our bridal suite, groom's quarters, that you can come at 9 a.m. The girls get their hair and makeup done. The guys come, they play cornhole out in the yard. It's just a whole fun day here. You can have your wedding inside or outside. We have 3 different spaces for ceremony, so we are totally covered should it rain that day. If you're looking for a wedding, a baby shower, any kind of event, you're welcome to call us.
And we want to reiterate the food. All made right here on the premises.
Everything's made here fresh. So while like a reception is starting, we're cooking food. The guests get to see that. They see it coming fresh off the grill. It's a totally different experience than you get anywhere else. It's really neat. We're in Montoursville, so we're on Route 87. We're about a mile up from Walmart in Montoursville. Everybody knows where that is. You can get us on Facebook, Instagram, we have a website, we're on The Knot, and we're on Wedding Wire. So there's all different places that you can get in touch with us.
Excellent. And once again, it's Herman Luther's, and thank you so much for having us today.
Thanks for coming. It's been great.
You're welcome.